Hey guys, this is Matt from the Feel Free Fishing team here at Headwaters Kayaks, and I'm here today to show you another helpful tip with jig fishing. So a lot of the time when you buy a jig, you get a big bushy skirt like this, which is fine. You can catch fish on it, but there's a few things that you could do with it that'll keep you catching more fish. So for one thing, just downsizing the bait makes it more edible to more fish, as well as if you cut it correctly in something like this. I always cut it at an angle, so you're taking some off of each side, about like that. And it doesn't have to be super precise, but you just want to get some of the skirt off. So now with it cut at an angle, you have more of the skirt that pops from the front and the back, and the bottom's still going to be long. And if you had to trim it more, you could take it and you could basically trim it as small as you want, but I wouldn't go past the round bend of the hook. And that's kind of your marker for how short you want it. If it is big and bushy like this one, a lot of times you could take it and you could actually go through and cut some of the strands out from the middle just to give it a little bit smaller profile, and you just won't have as much strands in the way. A lot easier to work a trailer if you have a little bit less skirt in there. So that is one of the things that we'll do. And as you can see, it kind of pulls down and it pops. It'll splay open a bit, and that's what's going to happen when it's on the bottom. So instead of having a skirt that stays straight with your bait, this one's going to come and start opening up. The other thing that's really helpful is trimming your weed guards. And this one, as you can see, is an untrimmed weed guard, which this is a flipping jig, so I keep it long because you don't want to get snagged in the heavy stuff. But say you're in open water, fishing peat gravel, small rocks, you can take the whole weed guard off. You'll get better hookups just because you have nothing in the way between you and the fish's mouth. But usually what I'll do is I'll take a jig, something like this one, and it's got this big thick weed guard, which is nice. But what you can do is if you pinch it and have it flat and opened like that, you can take your scissors and just cut it at an angle. So what that does is it'll give a little less resistance towards the end of the hook. It'll still brush off your weeds, your logs, and things like that, but when you do get down here and a fish has it, you'll have a little bit of extra bite into your hook. So you don't want to take it all off, especially if you're fishing cover weeds, but trimming it will definitely get you a better hookup. The other thing you could do with something like this, if you're not fishing heavy cover, is going to be trim some of the weed guards on top shorter than the others. So this, you still have some protection from the weeds, stumps, rocks, and whatnot, but anytime that you get a bite, you have very little resistance between you and the fish. Now that you've got your jigs dialed in, go take them out on the water, go catch some fish. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll see you out on the water. Happy fishing.